Hello my friends and welcome to episode 20 of The Wanderer. First thing I'm going to bring you into, as you can see, we have made a signing. Not only is that a signing, it is an international. I am happy with that. It's a centre back, Edvinas Geridvanius, 25 caps for Lithuania. Very solid physical defender, with greens in most of the key stats, some oranges, one red in determination. A little bit disappointed with the red in determination, but we can live with it. Overall though, I'm excited to see how this guy is going to turn out. He's decent. He's going to be making his debut today. He wasn't quite ready. He was on international duty when we signed him. I brought him in on trial and signed him through that. 1.2k a week, which is a lot of money. Made other signings as well, but they don't join us till February, and we've made an offer for another free agent that will come in. I'm not sure about how to register this other free agent though, because getting this guy in was a nightmare. We had to bring someone else out, and a lot of people were greyed out. So hopefully we'll be able to do that, because the guy that I've made an offer for is going to be very good, and again on a fairly meaty wage. But that's been the problem we've had so far. A lot of the players I looked at are all wanting big wages for what we can afford to pay. The board have been good and said, yeah, we'll allow you to pay up to that, but the reality is the wage budget can't hold many players like that. We already have a few players like that I'm trying to get rid of. Unfortunately, I had to promise not to sell one of them because he was a bit liked by the fans and a quite important team member. We'll go to the schedule. We've not lost every game. As you can see, actually, it's been quite good. Since the Arca, which we won in the last episode, we beat Volsa Plok. Kind of feel like in my head that's Pollock, but we'll go with Plok for now. We beat them 1-0 through a Jeglinski goal. It was a late goal, it was a scrappy one. It was a whipped in ball, it was cleared, and it bounced off when Jeglinski into the back of the net before we drew 1-0 with Podbeskidze. We'll get better with these Polish names, I promise. We were actually dominant in this game, and then they took the lead, and I was like, oh, it's going to be one of those games where you're a relegation threatening team. You dominate, and the other team next to goal, and you lose 1-0. Very standard type of game. Went up the other end, we equalised through Deminik off the bench, and we got a point, a very well hard earned point, and a very well deserved point, but I thought that was the end of the road. We played Lech next, they were top of the league. First half, they absolutely destroyed us. I made some tactical changes at half time. It wasn't anything radical, it wasn't like formation or that, it was just a couple of individual instructions. We came out second half and we absolutely lost them for the entire second half. Jokinski and Demiajuk getting the goals there. And then we lost to Zag Lebe 3-1. They scored a crazy goal. It was a cross into the box. Coming straight to our defender, it was nowhere near their guy. I think it was Ratajuk. I will get better at these names, I promise. Either way, it came to him. Nobody for about 5 yards of him. He goes to clear it, smacks the striker that was nearest to him in the face, hits Choros, who was on his return from injury, on the back, and falls past Trella. They then scored again just before half time, and then after the second half. I was a bit frustrated to lose this game. They were the better side, I can't deny it, but it highlighted to me that we don't really have a plan B yet. And the reason why we don't have a plan B is because plan A is literally the only plan that's going to get us any points in this league, I think. Today we play Cracovia. They've just won their last game, if I remember correctly. They've won very recently. They got to beat Piast in their last game 2-0. But they are bottom of the league, and Piast not that high, much above them, to be honest. We're up to 13th. We've got we've got a new centre back who's now our new best centre back, and we've got our previous best centre back in as well. We're back up to full strength. The last 2 or 3 games, we've had to take players out because they've been on loan from the club we've been playing, or we've had to take players out because they've been injured or suspended. So this is the first time in about 3 games that we've been full strength. We did also have a friendly in that time. I'm not going to go into too much detail. Basically, it was just for £500 money profit, but as you can see, finances is really not good. But that is including our transfer dealings, I believe. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring Demiaduk onto the bench, and we're going to bring Palowski into the team, because, to be quite honest, Jawinski has played god awful. This guy's done really well, scored a couple of goals off the bench. He deserves to be given a chance. And Palowski, he's maybe not my favourite player, but I think he's just stat-wise slightly better than Demirouk. As you can see, Demirouk isn't really naturally a striker. In fact, I don't even know what his natural position is. Favourite position seems to be right wing, but I prefer him up top. And of course our captain is Kamil Jakinski, who is our right winger currently. He's maybe not the best, but he's got a bit of potential, and he is our captain, and I want to keep him on for the reason that he is our captain. Laskowski, don't know, did he even play a game before we came in? He played most, so despite him being a backup player, he had actually played most of the games. Zaniel has came to me and told me he wants first team football. Basically told him to beat it. He's got the potential to become a first team player at this club, but the reality is he's not good enough just now. He's not the 3-star current ability that the staff are saying he is. When you compare him to Trela, who's a 3.5-star player, you know, it's a no-brainer which one to play. So we're going to get into this game against Cracovia today. It's such an important game for us in terms of the league. They're only 4 points behind us now in the last bit, and we're still technically underdogs here. It's also our third away game in a row, which is very, very worrying in terms of, can't remember ever playing 3 away competitive games in a row with Forfar or Merzin. Either way, hopefully today we can go away and get a result. Maybe going away will suit us a bit better because of our tactical style. Then again, after the last game, just a bit nervous, to be honest, in this league. I felt once we got a couple of wins together, confidence might be high, we can push on, get ourselves safely into mid-table. That's a decent effort as Trela catches it though. And again, even with the wage issue, when I'm looking at players, I'm not convinced that they're quite ready for this kind of level. That's a good ball in behind. Can we put it away? We can. My change of strikers has worked out. Jakinski set Palowski away, and we are 1-0 up here. Going to give them a little bit of praise if we do not concede from this kickoff. Concede from this kickoff, then I am going to be very, very frustrated. Oh, great challenge, Koros. Please not get muddled up with each other. Kyla clears. Can't find a man. Koros heads away. It's not the fastest. He's the reason why we have our defensive line deeper. I have made an offer for another centre back if I remember correctly. Or is that a striker? Generally can't remember now. Laskowski. We've got a lot of players coming in anyway in February from other clubs. And I've got a short list that's about... Short list would be the wrong word. It's very much a long list right now. Oh, we've won it again. Palowski. Oh, he's missed a sitter. We're going to praise him though because this is good. This is very good early on. Good pressing there from Berger. We've got another immediate highlight from this goal kick. Played forward. Gervandis is making his debut today. The Lithuanian international. Interesting ball, and it's found nobody. Tomaszczyk, Marinsky. Oh, it's poor, and suddenly we've got nobody back. But thankfully they've got nobody forward right now. But they've got this one guy. And he's doing well here. He's got a ball into the middle. It's in just over the bar. These endless highlights hopefully coming to an end now. Not really. We've got another corner. Berger clears. Finds nobody. Company. Oh, he's just sailing past people right now. That's a decent effort again, just over the bar of Treya. Maybe I need to give them a concentrate more than a praise. Javi Jimenez. Maybe Javi Jimenez would make more sense. Cleared away by the goalkeeper, whose name looks absolutely massive. I'm not going to try and pronounce it off a whim. It's a decent ball. It's in behind again, and it's the striker I brought in, who Palowski, I'm going to call him because Palowski. We'll go with Palowski. We brought him in because the other lad, whose name again I'm not going to try and pronounce without seeing it right in front of me, wasn't playing great, and he came in and scored a brace. Marinsky's in. Oh, he's put it wide. He's the lad I tried to sell, but he's very, very influential. He's on a big wage, and for what he is, I don't think he deserves that wage. Marinsky. Oh, just as I said, he doesn't deserve his wage. Brilliant ignores my corner instructions, and Marinsky launches that one in on the volley from about 20-25 yards out. Absolute thunderbolt. We're up to 9th in the league as things stand. we have played a game more, or 2 games more than a lot of the teams below us. But this again puts breathing space between us and that relegation zone, which would be a 6-point gap. Already in the media saying we're safe despite not hitting 35-point target. That's obviously not the case. I'm not sure what's going on with the media and that, but I know other people have had that issue before as well, so I'm taking it as not an issue with me and just maybe a bug in the game. Let's go with don't get complacent, because this is brilliant, this football. Gervandis on a 6.9 on his debut. Choros, second game back from injury, 7.3. These are the guys that I need to be doing a shift. Once we get proper strikers in, it might be a bit different. It might be them that we're looking for a shift. But from what I know, I have signed 2 fullbacks, 1 for each side, 1 target man. I've definitely got an offer in for an advanced forward. I'm thinking I've got an offer in for defender. No, I did go to put an offer in for a defender, but the board were blocking the wages. That's correct. Do apologise. That's why I'm getting confused. Let's have a look. What opposition instructions is my assistant recommending? Absolutely nothing. Berger is getting a bit tired. Let's bring on Demianchuk. How to learn Polish with a Scotsman just doesn't quite work, does it? And we'll bring on Zira. They've scored from that corner. I think that's 2 out of 5 goals you've conceded have been from corners now. I did change my corner tactic to that after the first one, because I realised that was when I realised, wait a minute, I've not changed my corner tactic to my usual one. I'm going to bring Lindelof off the bench. Going to put him on the right hand side this time. I put him on the left hand side when he scored in the last game. He is playing with a bit of a knock. He played in a youth game. Starting to set up that youth team properly. I've hired new youth team coaches and a new youth team manager. Adan. Oh, they're finding a bit of space now, you know, in this midfield. They're flooding us in there a little bit. Piatek, Company, that's a decent ball in. Alright, let's change things. So what I want to do is bring you back into here. I want you to play as a ball winning midfielder on support. That'll do me. Play you here as an advanced playmaker on support. Bring you back. Play you as a false 9, which you kind of like. Defensive ratings have fallen. We'll go stay on slightly deeper defensive. Prevent short goalkeeper distribution. Go route 1. Stick to positions, be more disciplined, waste time. Let's go fairly narrow. Trailer. That's not what I like to do. Edit instructions. Over the opposition defence. Take long kicks. Kind of feel actually we're going to go with an advanced playmaker and support here, simply because they've been overrun in the midfield. So let's get off of you. Opposition instructions. Let's have a look. So you guys causing us all sort of problems. Yes. Let's go on hard on you. We'll do the same on actually all their front 3 and our midfield 2, because that's where we're getting overrun. So let's go on hard on all these positions. See if we can get back into this game. That was a great ball. 3-0 up at half time, looking absolutely plain sailing. And second half they found an extra gear. I said don't be complacent, and what's happened is they've been complacent. We've got a corner though. Brigant launches it to Morawski again. Oh, it's just wide this time for Peter Marinsky. Just waste time, boys. Just waste time. They've got a free kick deep in their own half. And, oh, it's been a mix-up. They've not communicated at all well. And Demiaduk, can he get to that? No, he can't. It's the right idea, but Demiaduk just doesn't have the pace that I need in the strikers for this kind of system. We're getting that, though. The new guys that I'm bringing in aren't the quickest, but, you know, they're not as slow as what we've currently got. So we'll see some sort of improvement there. Oh no, the fullback's asleep. And we've bottled it. From 3-0 up, we are 3-all. We'll go if I show some passion, because this is ridiculous. Should have went with a concentrate when I changed things. Be having a word with Chile. He's under a 6.0 that don't, any low 6s like really low, like a 6.2 I'll maybe accept to an extent. 6.1's a warning. Anything really below a 6 is almost a fine. Don't really want to exert that kind of authority yet. Chyla will be out the team when the new fullbacks arrive, obviously. Not happy with your performance because that second half was absolutely awful. Don't know what happened. And he is one league appearance from extending his contract for another season. At least he's only on 400 a week, I guess. And he should be good enough for the league below. Good player for most first division sides. So yeah, he could go down a level and be fine. Send system. What's the squad I'm happy with? Discuss issue of squad. So some of the lads feel your team talks leave a lot to be desired and want to see a change in the way you handle them. I don't think they've been harsh at all. Basically got to serve my authority with two of the most important players at the club, because second half they were awful. But I tell you what I'll do is I will throw an olive branch out to both of them because they both played really well. Speak about praise player last game. You were superb in front of goal. He appreciates that. Maybe this olive branch works out here. So Brilliant, you were 6.8. Bergier is the one that I'm looking for. Speak about praise player, praise last game. Your passing was a joy to behold. And Marinsky. He was the other one that kicked off. He's not even going to talk to me. Great. I assume if we go to dynamics then, and Hiroshi, he's going to be against me then. Skip forward a day just to see this. Right, dynamics, Hiroshi. Doesn't oppose me, but he's not against me. The problem is if he does go against me, he's in that main group, isn't he? Chyla, we can't do it from here. Chyla, we need to just give a little warning to, because I'm not quite ready to push the boat out on fines yet, because I've not got that full squad back, in particular with the higher influential players. And when I'm risking losing one, I don't want to lose two. On that note, guys, though, that will end this episode. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, hit the like and hit the subscribe button, and I'll hopefully catch you all next time.